Today on The Lawyer You Know, we're going to go through some of the most commonly searched phrases that people have for describing lawyers online. When we started this podcast, we wanted to be a resource as a lawyer that could answer questions people have around the world, and they just want to come to a lawyer for a quick answer. They don't want to call a lawyer and set up an appointment and worry about how much they have to pay that lawyer for his answer and not even knowing if they can trust what that lawyer says. So we wanted to be the lawyer you know to answer those questions. And in part of that research, we did a little bit on what people are saying about lawyers online. So we put in the phrase lawyers are into our search box, and now we're going to go through some of the commonly used sentences to finish that phrase. And it autofills this search box with these phrases. So we're going to go through them just top to bottom. The first one, lawyers are the scum of the earth. I wasn't expecting them all to be nice, but I think we can just bypass that one. Everybody's heard that lawyers are scumbags and sleazeballs, and it just depends on the lawyer you pick. There are bad apples in every bunch, but there are also a lot of good lawyers out there as well. The next one is lawyers are disappearing like mad. And this one I really don't understand, because year over year, the amount of lawyers practicing law goes up in almost every country in the world. In our state alone, in Florida, we have over 100,000 members of the bar. Now, technically not all of them practice law in Florida. That number seems to be more around 80,000, but it's a crazy amount of lawyers, and it just keeps going up every year. So I don't know where these lawyers are disappearing to. Next, lawyers are ruining this country. So far we haven't had anything positive about lawyers, but this one I thought was about politicians. I thought they were the ones ruining this country. But in fairness, most politicians are lawyers, so I guess they have a point with this. But my counter would always be, the world is a safer place because of lawyers. We have seatbelts and warning labels because of lawyers. Next, lawyers are narcissists. I wonder where people get this image from. I wonder if it could possibly be from some of the best lawyer shows like Suits, or if it could be from some lawyers that are politicians talking about themselves and how the world revolves around them, or Supreme Court justices who think that they just have the most amazing opinion to write out and everybody wants to hear what they have to say, and lawyers love hearing themselves talk. And I guess I could be thrown into that one since I am doing a YouTube channel and a podcast and everything else. But being a narcissist kind of comes along with the job. I think that definition is kind of unfair because we speak for a living. So sometimes hearing the sound of our own voice is how we represent clients. We are a mouthpiece to those clients. So it depends on how you define narcissism. Next, lawyers are not permitted to earn. No idea where they're going with this one. It wasn't too bad compared to some of the other ones. But most people want their kids to grow up to be lawyers or doctors. And a lot of times I don't think that has anything to do with the edifying actions of those jobs, about saving people or helping the little guy. I think most parents want their kids to be doctors or lawyers because of their ability to earn. And I think that this question is not really making sense with why most people want their kids to be professionals like doctors, like lawyers. They can be really good professions, and you can do a lot of good work as a lawyer. The last one that pops up on the first block of search terms is lawyers are the devil's ministry. And this one's hard to argue with when they make movies like The Devil's Advocate, which is literally about a lawyer that's potentially representing the devil. Or you look at shows like How to Get Away with Murder that doesn't just talk about criminal defense and defending your client vigorously, but literally finding ways to get away with horrible things like murder. I think lawyers get a bad rap a lot of times because of the bad apples, and they're louder and more visible to a lot of the people out there, and a lot of these shows and movies are based off of bad lawyers. But this is not a fair representation of a lot of the lawyers I know. And a great way that you can combat that, to find out if your lawyer is a scumbag or doing the devil's work, is to use a free consultation. Almost every lawyer across the country will give you a free consultation to meet with them, speak with them, take that time, get to know them, and you can usually pick out the lawyers that are sleazeballs, slimebags, the people you don't want, the people that are ruining this country, doing the devil's work. You can usually find that out in a 1-hour free consultation with them. So I encourage you to take that.